There was a king named Dike, Ezedike. He ruled over the Uzo kingdom. The Uzo kingdom was blessed with gold, diamonds, and many other natural resources. During his reign, there was peace and economic prosperity in the land. Ezedike was able to establish peace by creating a diplomatic relationship with the neighboring kingdom called Ogun Kingdom. Though both kingdoms did not speak the same language, they came together to protect their people from the foreign slave traders. Ezedike and the Oba of the Ogun Kingdom came to this agreement because of their shared belief in maintaining peace and in the liberation of their people. While Ezedike maintained peace and prosperity in the land, he had to fight off colonial threats. It was during his father's reign that the white men started trickling in. He didn't mind it. However, as he became king, he had to fight off some of them who were trying to overthrow him, especially when he refused to sell his people to them as slaves or surrender the Uzo gold and diamonds to them. The pressure had been a lot as the Uzo kingdom was richly blessed with gold and diamonds and the envy of many kingdoms. These golds and diamonds seemed like things the white men desperately wanted. News of how the white men conquered other neighboring kingdoms and taking their people into slavery and taking their natural resources had been going around the continent. Ezedike's father, the king before him, made him promise not to lose any of their own people to the slave traders. If he was to allow the white men take the Uzo natural resources, he should do so in a way that will benefit the Uzo people. This Ezedike agreed to. However, there was an Englishman named Philip. Philip had been trying desperately to overthrow the Uzo kingdom. He came into the kingdom one day upon seeing how beautiful the Uzo people were and how much diamonds and golds they had. He had been trying to overthrow Ezedike. At first, he tried to persuade Ezedike to sell off the young men. Ezedike refused. He refused to sell his own people. Then Philip tried again to persuade him to give him diamonds and gold. Again, Ezedike refused. This had been going on for years now, and Philip was not able to succeed. Moreover, the Uzo people were loyal to their king. No one would betray him, as his reign had brought peace and economic prosperity to them. In the Uzo kingdom, there were doctors, engineers, architects, a legal system. People spoke many different languages. They spoke the English language, the Yoruba language, and many others, as they had to adapt to their changing situations. However, all things must have an end, and so will Ezedike's reign, as he was now too old and was about to start the journey to his ancestors. Before his death, he called his two sons, Emeka and Ezenna. Ezenna was his first son, his heir. He was to take over the throne. Emeka was his second son. He was to stand beside his brother during his reign. Ezedike told both his sons of his hopes of the Uzo people, of the hope that the land would continue to prosper and for the Uzo people to soar above their dreams. He said none of them or their descendants should be born into slavery. None should be taken away. He warned them to be wary of the white man. Only work with those that had the best interest of the Uzo people. If there was ever any desperate situation, they could ask the Oba of the Ogun kingdom, as he was an ally. Although from a different tribe, the Uzo and the Ogun kingdom had entered a pact to be there for each other against the slave traders. He asked them to always look out for each other and protect each other. His sons agreed to this. And so Ezedike went to see his ancestors. Many kings from the east, the south, the north, the west came for his burial, as he was respected amongst kings. A week after his burial was the coronation of Ezenna. Emeka was not happy. He was envious. He wanted to be king. After all, his mother was the first wife to his father. She was the queen. Therefore, the throne should come to him. As the coronation was fast approaching, Emeka did not know what to do. All he knew was that he wanted to overthrow his brother. One day, as Emeka was talking to his maternal uncle about his plans, his uncle told him about Philip. He said Philip had the resources to help with overthrowing Ezenna. Emeka did not agree to this. He said, "Father warned us about Philip." His uncle said, "Philip was not evil. He only wanted to bring development to the Uzo kingdom." After much persuasion, Emeka agreed to meet with Philip. They agreed that Philip would provide the weapons necessary to overthrow Ezenna before his coronation. Then when Emeka was king, Philip would be given access to the Uzo kingdom. Philip seemed like a nice guy, and Emeka agreed to this. And so it was. A day before the coronation, Ezenna saw himself and his warriors fighting off Emeka and Philip's army. But because Philip had the coveted military secrets of the Uzo warriors, he was able to defeat them. Ezenna and his mother and some of the loyal cabinet members were chased out of the kingdom. Then Emeka was crowned king. At first, he allowed Philip take the Uzo people who were not loyal to him, but loyal to his father and brother. Then he gave Philip access to the diamonds and gold. Emeka thought that that would be enough. But he soon came to realize very quickly that Philip's greed had no end. In taking out the diamonds, Philip had polluted the sea, air, and land. The people could not farm, fish, or have clean air. Most importantly, people kept being taken away in broad daylight. What was once a prosperous kingdom became a kingdom in chaos. The people cried out to the king for help. The throne then became a cage for Emeka, as he could not enjoy the riches and peace his father had enjoyed. At the same time, he was under Philip's watch. As a plea for help and realizing his mistake, he sent a letter to the Oba of the Ogun kingdom, pleading for help and asking that his brother be found and brought back to the throne. Because Philip had eyes everywhere, he, Emeka, could not do anything but only watch his kingdom fall. The letter got to the Oba. Ezenna, who had been staying with the Oba, also read the letter and pleaded that the Oba should help his brother and the Uzo people. Because of the pact the Oba had with their father, he assembled all his military minds and with Ezenna stormed the Uzo kingdom and overpowered Philip and drove him out of the Uzo kingdom. Emeka knelt before his brother Ezenna and asked for forgiveness. His brother forgave him. Ezenna was crowned king. His first assignment was to dispatch warriors across the continent to retrieve all the Uzo people who were in the clutches of the slave traders. Thank you for listening to this short episode. Thank you all for the support, and let me know what lessons you have learned from this short story. Thank you. Take care and bye.